Well, 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 who could it possibly be sitting outside of our school bus? Will Kaio be awakened by somebody that we are familiar with and we know, or will it be some complete rando psycho killer or killer that we're potentially aware of as well? I don't know. I don't believe so. My feelings were that I don't know why. Something in me. You know, sometimes you have those feelings and you're like, the gut reaction's telling me no, it's not going to be somebody bad. It's just going to be somebody unexpected. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But at the same time, who really knows? And I guess that's why we're here. That's literally why we're here. And we're supposed to figure that out. It was definitely somebody bigger and somebody older. So if they try and show me that it's a kid, I'm going to be mad because the way I was looking at it in the last episode, that is not the same size at all as any of the kids that we know. So I just find that very much hard to believe. But there's plenty of options, I guess, as to who this could be. We can see Satoru's mother was one of them. I don't know why. I was just assuming would be the case because she's had her suspicions towards the end of the last episode. What if her mom ended up finding her? The teacher could be another if we are just going to directly go down that route. Plenty of ways to go here. We'll see what happens. If you like it all, like and subscribe. That's my feel free to stick around with the discussion. Leave comments. There is series ago with the 8th episode of Erased. He would have knocked. What the fuck? Why did he do that? Okay. That was the complete opposite of every direction I thought that we were gonna go.
おはよう。こんな早い時間に何やってんの？何って見ればわかるっしょ。あんた今日も早く登校するんだべさ。
And now we're just gonna build suspicion of like everybody was up early doing something. Oh, could it be?
そんなに焦って食べることないっしょや。サトル、ズバリ聞いていい？いいよ。こんな時間に誰と何してんの？内緒。
Yeah, how you gonna ask me that?
悪いことしてんじゃないべね。
Depends on who you're asking.
してない。なら
And
よ
what
し。
context they have.
行ってきます。ちょい待ち。これ持ってきな。こんな早くに出たらお昼までお腹持たないべさ。
Or somebody else.
ありがとう、お母さん。
おはよう、サトル。
How close together that was, I wonder.
それ、サトルのじゃないの？
俺は食べてきたからいいんだ。
なんかすごい。
ごめんな、かよ。ここ退屈だろ。せめてテレビでもあればな。
大丈夫。昨日ヒロミくんがたくさん本持ってきてくれ。
She did try and say this is the most fun she's had, which is kind of crazy. Why did they give us all those cute moments, you know? Just to rip them away from us. It's fucked up.
たくないな。そうなの？あやの方が朗読得意なのに。大丈夫だって。さっきならできるよ。勇気出
The
し
other
てやろう
kid?
よ。
I don't remember the names. Unless that's just a way of introduction.
藤沼、何か聞いてないの？
いや、朝寄っても誰も出ないんだ。
風邪かな？どうしたんだ、ひな好きなやつ。
学校にも連絡ないなんて変だよな。
All the rumors, everyone getting sus.
ま、かよのことだ。ひょっこり投稿してくるかもな。俺の方は昨日と今日かよの家に電話をしたんだが出ない。母親の勤め先にも電話をしたが欠勤ということだった。
先生、警察か児童相談所に連絡してくれない？
警察か。そうだな。今警察を呼ぶと誰か困りゃしないか。昨日児相に連絡をした。今日来てくれるそうだ。俺も一緒にかよの家に行ってみる。I
don't know if I like that one.
そこだろうからな。
Yeah, I don't know about that.
とか言っちまったからな。
So trusting.
社動いてたのか。やったぞ。
出ませんね。
電気はついて
Coming
ま
at
すから
night too.
誰かいるはずですよ。
裏に回ってみましょうか。ひなずきさん、いますか？かよ。失礼します。
I'm just going in. We gotta get this done. The police line was
電気も
interesting.
ストーブもついてる。最近の食事の後は
Still gonna keep thinking of it.
かよの分のコートはない。少なくとも母親はつい今しがたまでここにいた。我々の到着と同時に母親はベランダから逃げた
She hit the tunnels.
参りましたね。せめて娘さんを保護したかったんですが。
明日の朝出直しましょう。
別に母親を探してもらう手もありますよ。
いや、かよはおそらく無事です。少し心当たりがあります。
先生がそうおっしゃるなら、一旦引いて母親を落ち着かせま
It's
しょう。
almost like you know where she is.
児童相談所の人が来てて八代先生もひなずきの母ちゃんは留守だった。多分今日明日で決着だ。かよ、お母さんと離れ離れになるよ。
それはすごく嬉しいことだよ。
ひなずきかよの保護は同時に俺たちとの別れを意味していた。
But to get her out of that
大
situation,
丈夫。みんなのこと考
necessity.
えたら気持ちが温かくなるから。サトル、遅くなったけど
Birthday present.
誕生日プレゼント。はい。
ありがとう。
俺はこの瞬間をずっと待ってた気がする。
A moment in day that is yet to
意外に感
come.
激屋なんだな。
そうだサトル、今夜ここに泊まって。違うの。
Let her explain.
ここに何もなかったけど、昨日の夜中ここに人が来て。
開けてみっか。
Look at the foot mark there.
何これ。
業務用冷凍庫内にて霧吹きを使い急速に透視させる。
Yeah.
そして日の出前に透視体を物置に戻す。
With the mask and all. This guy wasn't wearing a mask though, because we saw his chin.
バスはダメだ。ここは事件のループの真っ只中だ。
So they were already using it.
ま、そうだな。ひなが見つかるのは望むところだけど、なんか物騒な感じだもんな、この中身って。
So probably failure on his part, or them not being in the positions needed to be. Anger.
覚えろ、奴の足跡だ。なんだこの黒い粉。練炭だ。まさかこれも真犯人の。そうだ、取り乱してどうする。
I mean, nothing realistically came from
よし、
from it.
こんなとこだ。
いいアジトだったのにね。
Yeah.
夜中に人が来るようなアジトはダメさ。
Yeah, when people have shit planted already and are well aware of what's going on.
事件のループから遠ざけるべきだ。自走も動き出した。俺たちの行動で未来は確実に変わっていってる。
Where the fuck do you even go from
う
here?
まくいく。
You just hit the road.
これが次のプラン。
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
ここまで来て直球勝負かよ。ただいま。おかえり。サトル、説明して。
Why is everyone here?
途中で投げ出さなかったらこうなった。でかした、あんたたち。そう言ってくれると思ったよ。
先に叱られるとも思ったけど、 声に出てた。
Probably if they weren't here.
なんてないよ。友達を思ってやったことだべさ。
Well, because it's fucking dangerous what you're doing and you're a child trying to take it on.
匂い。
ぼちぼち帰ってくる頃だと思ったけどさ、何人来るかわかんないからカレーにしたのさ。
やっぱバレバレだったのか。
Yeah, I mean,
あんたたちも突っ立ってないで中入ってカレー食べな。
お邪魔します。
いただきます。
誰も来なかったらどうする気だったのこの量。
まあカレー
you yeah, probably just eat it
でしょ。
next few days.
これありがとう。ごちそうさまでした。
八代先生、悟とかよちゃんがうちに戻ってきました。
そうですか。それはよかった。
I don't know if this is who we want to talk to, though.
やはりかよちゃんはどこかの施設に保護される形になるのでしょうか。
Well, you want to take her in?
その点は僕に少し考えがあります。ええ、かよの母親には会えませんでした。それで藤沼さん、一つお願いが。
わかりました。では明日7時に。
Uh-oh. I'm in fear for her. Even though we're in the past, I'm in fear for her.
はじめまして。夜分にすみません。御事小教員の八代学と申します。かよちゃんのことでお話が。
お客さん、かゆいところありませんか？ここですか？それとも、ぐちょぐちょぐちょぐちょぐちょぐちょぐちょ。
It's like, why the fuck they having so much fun? Yeah, also, just also the noises. Yeah, lock it dead. That's your mom and child.
ちゃんと乾かせないと風邪ひくべさ。
なんか
It's crazy on like different levels because it's like a lot of care for her, so he's feeling good because of it. Something so different and new for her. Also, Garley's into literally staying with them.
修学旅行みたい。そういえば函館山から見る夜景すごいんだよな。
Probably wasn't there.
行ったことないべさ。
やべ。
いや、写真で見ただけだけどさ。
Wrong trip. Fuck. Things are all too nice and peaceful. Not ready for what they about to hit us with.
私邪魔だべか。
A little bit, but probably
そん
necessary.
なことない。
声に出てた。
何すんだよ。
うるさい。もったく。
やめろよ。
バカなの。
It's also like hitting your kid, but like in a, like a friendly, goofy way, as opposed to how she has to deal with things.
サトル、かよちゃん、冷めないうちに
Are we
食べな。
meeting at 7 p.m. or a.m. is also the question.
またみんな呼べばいいべさ。
She's losing it again. Oh. Rough timing.
お母さん。
Oh. She's with someone, though.
かよ、何日もどこをつけ歩いてんだ。こんな。あんたたち。
Ah. The journey continues, but things pick up rapidly. with more direct hints towards who exactly we should be paying very close attention to. Movement on Kaio's part to get her out of there, get her involved with our own life, and reveals almost of, the mom being largely in the loop of everything that's going on. We go from thriller to wholesome to, oh shit, what's about to happen again, come to the end of the episode. And I think it was paced extremely well, being able to squeeze in so many different tone shifts almost, but making them feel natural and flowing pretty well. Nice, very nice. So I think we're continuing after this episode to strongly feel that the teacher's largely involved with this. He's going to be the main suspect for, I think, all of it. We can rule into the fact that maybe he's just working alongside somebody that either we do or don't know. I don't know so much about that, but I guess we'll end up seeing. But yeah, I think it's just like we get to see him right outside of the bus at the beginning, which I'll show. I guess I'll pull up on screen. It can't really hurt to do it now. It's a shot like this, and it's a little rotated, but like you can kind of tell it's the squareness almost that you get within the chin that like comes to a point and then like squares out, where all the female characters have very sharp and pointed ones, and none of the kids, are like that. And all the adults, it seems like, at least the teacher that we're being introduced to, being the primary, adult male that we've run into throughout this, has the exact sort of same structure within his face. So that's just my general guess, as well as the fact that this goes along with the guy that we see in the future, who has the same sort of shape to it. I think it just continues to make the most sense for this to be the case. And on top of, how suspicious it seems like he almost acts, his notice of like, I feel like she's completely safe when talking to Satoru in the classroom, his notice of, being on the phone with the mom and knowing exactly where things are, willingness to just jump in and be like, oh yeah, let's go investigate this. Let's go look into this. Like he kind of is aware of what's going on, what the setup is. The fact that when you're involved directly with it, you're one of the least suspected people. We continuously see throughout this, and especially in the sequence when him and Satoru have their talk at the school, how like appreciative and thankful he is almost that he's involved in trying to help them with this. And same thing when he sees him actually like at the location searching, it makes him be like, all right, I'm glad to see he's on our side, which is literally what he said. That makes you think, oh, he might not be. It might be a little easier to weasel your way through this whole thing if you actually are the person on the direct inside of it, because you'd be the last person almost to suspect for it, right? Why would I go out of my way, and why would I call the police, or why would I call, the child services or somebody to come look after what's going on if I felt like this was going to endanger my plans or whatever I was after? There's a reason he's not calling the police, right? There's a reason why we continue to stick with exactly what we're doing. There's a reason why the parents get out of there every single time before they actually show up. It's making it well aware, introducing yourself directly at the door before they can come, probably being in contact with them beforehand and letting them know to escape. There's plenty of things that he likely could do that I think are just making him all the more suspicious. We do get his conversation with Satoru's mother, where he's like, oh yeah, we got to meet up, which is going to scare me for like, what the hell's going to happen? A red flags go off in my head, and I'm like, she's going to get killed in this timeline, which is not at all what we want. That's like the last thing that we absolutely need. But I don't know. Maybe that won't exactly happen. I did have for like the weirdest second thought that like, what if his mom was actually involved in this as well? I don't know why she would be, but like, what if she was and she's working alongside him? Would have made sense for, keeping track of like, this is where she is and what's going on, and why she's being as observative as she is. But at the same time, I think that call that he places after he gets off the phone with her like completely dispels any of that, because why would he make like a suspicious call that they intentionally show us afterwards, introducing himself, of course, the way that he is, if it was just them two working together? So unless his, code with Nuff was just being like, yo, we're going to meet, or I need to talk to you at this time. Like, unless that was it. But I don't know. I started going away from that theory largely. I don't get the like showing up and kicking this, like why he did that, what it did for him, why he was angry. My general just thought, I guess, with it is like, what if he was intending to go and find her in the shed tonight and she actually wasn't there? So he started like freaking out when he got here. Like he got all angry, like putting away all his supplies and trying to hide things out. And then be like, oh shit, like she wasn't there. He's frustrated about that. Potentially, I guess, could be the case. Don't see why it might not be. But I don't know. I don't really get too much more for like why he did that, willingly leaving behind evidence and other things. Continue on. Why are you up? Well, why are you up? It's like, I don't know if she's suspicious and doing this solely because she's trying to, help out and make this lunch and do everything that, we need to before he gets his early start to the day, or if it's more of like she's supposed to be suspicious. I don't think it is, like I said, but that's why my mind immediately goes to it, because it is suspicious that you are up at this time. You're well aware of everything that's going on. But she leaves this on a little note, which is super cute. Drop this off, get some food for you, and then we go to class. So we pass Aya here. We walk right past her. He doesn't really pay attention to her name, any of this sort of stuff, even though we know that she's another intended person to be killed. It's just funny how he like bypasses. Fuck that. I'm not going to worry about one person at a time right now. Good to know you stopped by her place and, figuring out exactly what's going on. But we don't want to call the police. Like, I don't know about that. Wouldn't it cause a certain someone trouble if I called them now? This doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if he's trying to hint towards like you're doing something and hiding her, so it's going to cause problems for you. I don't know why that would be the case if we just say that she was directly doing it and that he had no involvement in it. I also don't know why it would be the case that she would get in trouble for it if we're talking about Kaio because she's a child. Who are we concerned with in this situation? Who would this cause trouble for? They'd get the police involved, that would then get, the child services involved, that would then split her from her mom, which is what exactly she wants. What is the harm in doing this? I don't understand this line of dialogue that he has. It reminds me largely of like what the conversation they had in the previous episode was, when they were like talking about how they can just like shift all the blame, by saying that she's the one who wanted to do this. But it's like, what is there to be in trouble with? Their children? You can't get mad at them for doing what they are. Like, I don't really know what we're getting at with this, but this line's suspicious of like a reason that doesn't seem like it really makes any sense, but we're just using it to be like, oh, I contacted child welfare yesterday so that we can handle this situation. Great, he's helping us, but is he really? And look, he shows directly up wearing the exact same colored coat as the other guy, as the killer. And look who just conveniently isn't here at the time of need. Discuss everything that's going on. Super cute being able to finally get the gloves. It's a big moment. And we get a lot of those this episode, of like massive moments that were prevented before that are actually finally able to happen. So of course it moves everyone to tears a little bit. Check out the supplies that was left behind, and then we look inside the box. You see the footprint, and then he sees all this supply. So this didn't make any sense. I thought at first that we were like indicating he would do something that would like cause, which I guess could still be it. Like he's like smoking it out and it's going to like cause a lot of problems and she's not going to be able to breathe and it's going to kill her or do something like that, which I guess potentially could be the case. Like if maybe that's what he was getting at and he was trying to do, but I don't know if that's at all what he was trying to do and what this sequence is trying to indicate. Or if it's just trying to indicate like he's not opposed to just lighting things on fire and killing people if he has to. Like I don't know exactly, but leaving a lot of shit behind. We take him home, and we get big moment. Look, we're here, and we need some help. The immediate reaction to duck as opposed to just thinking that you're gonna get hit. Brace yourself for it. Sucks. And the mom knowing everything all along. Not surprised, honestly. I kind of expected her to be fully in the loop of everything that was going on. Talk to the teacher. Kaio's here. So clearly he's been in contact with some other people. Why would we contact him directly about the fact of what's going on? He's trying to find her. Not something that we were aware of prior to this. Tomorrow at 7. Need a favor. I'm very curious. Unless that was literally just like, we're going to stage this thing for them, and that's what the end sequence that we're getting is, or if it's something else entirely in a meeting between the two of them. This call is what's the most suspicious, though. Why are you calling again and being like, yo, I got more information about her? Like, who the fuck are you telling this to and why? And then it's just wholesome and cute all the way around. It's a bunch of things that we can't say she never got because we don't know the extent of what went on within her life, but she currently does not get the love and affection that she's getting here at her own home life. And it brings her to tears, especially in the morning when she's able to see like a warm breakfast for her and recognize all these great things that she's been missing out on and what it's like to have a caring and loving family and one that doesn't treat you and beat you and do all the worst things imaginable. Super funny. She's like, you get in my way. And he's like, yes. Like, and a big ol' emotional morning for Kaio. Super sweet. Mom's freaking out, and oh, look what we got going on. Set the stage a little bit by having it be like this, knowing that she's going to freak out and then pop in before she can do anything. Suspenseful. Excited to see what is in store for us. I actually really don't know what the play is there. I'm trying to think about something and I got nothing. Like, why? What are we doing? We don't have, unless we have them like lurking in the background so that we can actually catch child welfare, I'm saying, at the time here, so that we could actually catch her like while she's at home, and there's no way that she can like evade the situation because we actively did get her. I think makes sense. But at the same time, like, what else is our play here? Be like, I'm just taking your daughter. Like, I don't think we can do that. They're going to flip that as kidnapping on our end. And I don't think we can necessarily do that either. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you liked it all, like and subscribe. Then feel free to check out the videos and channel. If you comments, visit our series. We'll be back for the 9th episode very soon. I hope it's a great one. Peace.